Well, welcome back to Smart Family. It's been a tough year for many people who are trying to find a job. In fact, according to the Arizona Department of Commerce, 1 out of every 10 willing workers are out of a job. So, what can you do different in 2011 to land a new job or be happy with the current one you have? This is why Michael Hayes with Momentum Specialized Staffing is joining us here on Smart Family to help us figure out what we can do to land the right job. Michael, first of all, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
So what can people do to land a job? I mean, you either know someone or a friend of a friend, or it is personally in your household where someone's unemployed and it is hard to find a job. So what should we do?
Well, first you have to understand that getting a job is an acquired skill. You know, you don't buy a set of golf clubs and then go to the course and play like Tiger Woods. So
you need to just kidding.
You need to learn how to look for a job, and unfortunately that is not a skill that's trained in our schools. And really there's nobody around to maybe help you or tutor you.
Right.
So that's the first thing.
Okay, so know that this is a skill you're going to need to learn. So how are we going to learn that skill?
Well, first you need to understand that when you're looking for jobs, most of the good jobs are going to come from somebody that you know personally, or somebody that has an in. Maybe it was an old vendor, an acquaintance, somebody in an unrelated field, those type of issues.
So maybe inside information, networking, put yourself out there?
Yes, and unfortunately most people think that getting a job is mindlessly sending resumes out via the internet to all these job sites. That is not looking for a job. That's part of looking for a job, but unfortunately people spend about 90% of their time doing that. Okay, so for posting your resume, which is part of the process, would you recommend any particular websites that are better than others? No, they're pretty much all the same, and you can use like ones that take all of them together, depending on what you're looking for, like an Indeed.com, pulls from a jobbing monster, all these other ones, and a lot of people use that. Okay, Indeed.com it was called. Correct. That's like one-stop shop in a sense. Okay, so you post your resume. Now, networking is what I pretty much hear you saying here. So how would one go about networking? Do you go to those different networking groups, or is social media a great way to network for a job? Social media is good. You have to be careful going to networking groups when you're unemployed, because a lot of people are also unemployed there. So what happens is you end up getting just unemployed people. The networking events, everybody that has a business doesn't want to really, they're looking for more business, not necessarily more employees. Right, exactly. So you should have been planning for this 3 or 4 years ago by going to different networking groups. One of the things I suggest people do is basically go to a speaking class, join a Toastmasters club. It's very inexpensive because sharpen up on your interview skills and being able to talk without stuttering or looking around. So invest in yourself so you can present yourself better. Now, one other thing, what about temporary jobs? I mean, this is the holiday season. I mean, we're almost out of it now, but what about getting a temporary job? In Phoenix, you can get temporary jobs. A lot of them are on the very low end, and a lot of them require a lot of back-breaking labor. Right. So you have to be somebody that can do that type of labor. Okay. Our job market is not even close to mirroring the national average. We're a lot worse. Well, don't you think like maybe getting a temporary job might get your foot within a company, and then you can at least prove yourself and maybe get a better job from there? I mean, do you think that that's kind of in a way like sort of networking in an indirect way, don't you think? Yes, if you can get a job, take it. Because being employed is better than being unemployed. The longer you're unemployed, the more undesirable you're going to work. Exactly. Okay. Well, Michael, some great advice there. Indeed.com, I think that's a great website for people to go to, one-stop shop. So happy holidays, and for all you folks out there that may be looking for a job, I wish you the best of luck with that. So I really, absolutely. So thanks, Michael.